Where are you going? Home. It's native English speaker. We call that native English speak. Right? Some terms. NES, native English speaker. NEST, native English speaking teacher. Alright? So NESs are native English speakers. So when you say native speak, it's how native English speakers actually talk. They differentiate between thought groups. Hey, I'm watching a movie at my home. Where are you going? I'm eating in a restaurant. I'm eating in a restaurant. Job. Read naturally. You have is that any extra? Okay, read naturally, first one. Okay, listen to Joanna. Make it more pronounced. Okay, the reason why I brought her here. We have native English speakers who we can listen to. Read number one. First sentence.
Victor Baselis is a California immigrant who grew up in a poor village in Mexico.
Okay, you hear that? You've got 4 thought groups. What's number one? What's number one? What's the first one? Thought group. First thought group. Victor Baselis. Okay, now we're going to move up to the second level. Victor Baselis. How many syllables?
5.
Victor Baselis. All right, now, but we're not looking at the syllables here. We're looking at the focus word. Okay, in Victor Baselis, which one is the focus word here? Usually, in what we call word partners, the emphasis is in the first sentence. Californian immigrant, Filipino teacher, English Teaching Association, blue ribbon. You don't say, that's a blue ribbon. Okay, next sentence.
He is used to working hard.
Okay, working hard. He is used to working hard. Again?
He is used to working hard.
He's used to working hard. Right? Working hard, there's the pronoun there. For example, another one. Poor village. How do you say poor village? Poor village or poor village. The adjective takes prominence in a phrase. Okay? Grandmother. You don't say Victor Baselis. But how do you say it? Victor Baselis. John Lizelle. Okay? Jenny Perez. Cheryl Samukin. So every thought group, you look at the focus word. Next phrase is a California immigrant. It's not is, it's not a. You do not emphasize the structure words. Okay? I'm a vampire. I'm a living vampire. I'm a dangerous living vampire. Okay? You don't say I'm a, because that is less emphasized. We'll go to that later. I'm a dangerous living vampire. Which is the focus word there? Dangerous. All right. You don't care if it's a living vampire, if it's a safe one. But what you're about is a dangerous living vampire. You don't care about the other information. I'm going to give you another information saying, hey, there's a dangerous living vampire now. Okay? If you say, there's a living vampire, so what? Man, it's a dangerous living vampire. He eats people. Okay? So, the focus word is the word that had to be emphasized. In the case of California immigrant, which word is going to be the focus? Which is more important? You don't say he's a California immigrant, which is possible too. But most of the time, it's the ethnic source, ethnic provenance. Filipino teacher, American teacher, Russian teacher, math teacher. So the focus word is California. Okay? The next one, grew up in a poor village. That's a third thought group. Grew up in a poor village. What's the emphasis? What's the focus word?
Grow up.
Which one?
Poor
Okay,
village.
grew up in a poor village. It could be grew up in a poor village. It could be grew up in a poor village. depending on, remember I told you, if you're a good communicator, you can emphasize the most important information you want to communicate. Okay? Let's say I want to emphasize that it's a poor village. Man, he grew up in a poor village. What if I want to emphasize that that's where he grew up? He grew up in a poor village. Okay? Now I want to say it's not in a village, it's not in the city. Alright? But let's say it's in a village, not in a big city like here in Gwangju. He grew up in a poor village. Man, it's a poor village. But actually, poor village is already I call this the ani-lampion words. Word partners. Poor village, rich village. Again, it has something to do with what you call collocations.
He works more than 90 hours a week at 3 different jobs, including McDonald's.
Okay, so how many thought groups? How many? 2, 3. There's no wrong answer here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, jump.
He works more than 90 hours a week at 3 different jobs, including McDonald's.
How many? Okay, I'll give you a tip. 3 or 4?
3.
It may be 3, it may be 4. It depends on you. He works more than, again, Johanna, make it 4. Make it sound like 4.
He works
Number
more
1, he works. Next.
more than 90 hours a week
Second.
at 3 different jobs,
Third.
including McDonald's.
Right, say that fast.
He works more than 90 hours a week at 3 different jobs, including McDonald's.
That's way better than a tape recorder. Okay, I'll give you your allowance later. How many group sounds? Jeff, say this. How many thought groups? Say it.
I want to eat a hamburger.
Say it fast. Say it fast.
I want to eat a hamburger.
I want to eat, come on.
I want to eat a hamburger.
Okay. I want to eat a hamburger. So how many thought groups? One more time, say it.
I want to eat a hamburger.
How many thought groups? 2. Okay. What's the first one? I want to eat a hamburger. Where is the focus word in this first thought group? Where is the focus word on the first one? This could not be I, could not be 2, because these are structure words.
Want and eat.
Eat. So eat is the focus word.
Yeah, because I'm eating.
I want to eat. Jump. Okay, listen to Jan. Say this again.
I want to eat a hamburger.
All right, where's the focus word?
Oh.
Hamburger.
One more time, slowly.
I want to eat a
Okay,
hamburger.
I want to eat it. Where's the focus word?
Wow.
Okay, one more time, jump.
I want to eat a hamburger.
Click. Okay, now hamburger. Say it. A hamburger.
A hamburger.
Okay, that's why I don't teach the elementary or even the middle school. I don't teach Koreans just hamburger. I always teach them the natural English, which no Korean, no American, no NAS will say, I want to eat hamburger, unless it's a generic. I want to eat apples. I like apples. I want computers. I like oranges. But if you are going to teach them how to pronounce well, you gotta teach them the natural English. An apple. Okay, look at this. I have a game which I might forget. We call this the hangman. Alright? Is an orange, and I don't tell them an apple, I say an apple. An orange. An umbrella, an egg, an ice cream. No, we don't say an ice cream. An ice cream cone, yes. I want to eat ice cream. So you teach them vocabulary in their natural collocation, in their natural group. Right? You don't say, where are you going? School. Practice them. I'm going to school. Where are you going? To school. There are many different ways. That's why you as teachers, this is my philosophy, good teachers are like doctors. They teach holistically, and then they listen. In English language teaching, we call them gaps. Are there gaps in grammar? Are there gaps in vocabulary? That means they're not. Are there gaps in pronunciation? Right? Are there other gaps in the segmental or in the suprasegmental? So you're a doctor. You're looking at the entire car and see where the problem is. Not the problem, where the gaps are. Okay, let's go back here. So here, I want to eat a hamburger. So how do you know the stress? Of course, the stress is always found in the dictionary. Now, don't mind that. There's the dictionary form. It is where the stress is. Okay, now, we're going to go back. We're going to go up to the most important. Look at my students. They're very good. I want to eat a hamburger and fries. I want to eat a hamburger. The way they sound Korean, right? I want to eat a hamburger and fries. Wow, they're very proud. Of course, they have to be proud of their accomplishment. But what if they're going to post the students speaking in thought groups? Kids, children are going to say, I want to eat a hamburger. Right? And then the parents are going to hear. Suddenly your student will go home and say, Ma, I want to eat a hamburger. Alien child, not my son.
What?
Yeah, right. And then the neighbor is going to hear, do you know Korean mothers, Korean parents can hear a good sound? Right? They can hear it. But they don't know how to say it. But they can hear a good English. Suddenly their son will say, Mommy, Oma, I'm hungry. Oma, pebuloyo. Pebuloyo. But they suddenly say that in English. Proud to their parents around. Go on. I'm hungry. Ooh, 어떡해. 어디 학교. So, where's the focus word? Identify the focus word. The focus word is the new information. The focus is the most important there. Okay? So, this is what you peak. Peak is this. Higher, louder, longer. Right, we're going to slow down. I want to eat. Here, thought group. Where's the focus word?
Hamburger.
Partners. Word partners, the first word. What? How do you say it? Oh, don't forget this.
Hamburger.
A hamburger and fries.
Hamburger.
If this is the focus word, where's the stress? A hamburger. A hamburger. Where?
Burger.
Hamburger. Where?
Burger.
Hamburger. Second.
Burger.
Hamburger.
Hamburger.
Now, this is the phonemic problem, not the gap. Okay? Not the problem. Phonemic. Hamburger. Filipinos, right? Restaurant. Bagong salitang Pinoy. Sa Amerika. Alam niyo na to. Tagal na itong joke na to. How's your order? Hamburger. What? Hamburger? I don't understand, man. Hamburger. Every day, he comes there. It's a hamburger. Okay? So next, someone is hamburger. Where you speak it higher, louder, longer. The rest of the syllables, you put it down, the sound at 30%. I want to eat a hamburger and fries. That is very challenging to Filipinos and Koreans because all of them speak every syllable at the same volume. I want to eat, not I want to eat, same volume, no. Lower the sound to 30%, 20%. I keep telling my students, 20%. Even middle school students, they say that. I want to eat. Just normal English. Beautiful English. When I say beautiful English, they know it. I want to eat. And in England, in the UK, they practice this. Want hamburger. And the moment they speak, they're going to say it. I want to eat a hamburger. Jill, say it.
I want to eat a hamburger.
Slowly.
I want to eat a hamburger.
100% does.
I want to eat a hamburger.
All right, do that. Louder. I want to eat a hamburger. Longer. I want to eat a hamburger. Speak it fast. I want to eat a hamburger. That's the American sound. Native English speakers speak like this. Generally. Okay? Now, the moment you get this, and you practice in front of the mirror, but it doesn't come automatically. You have to, the brain, this speech mechanism is controlled by the brain. Now, if you don't have a lot of sounds in your brain, your speaking mechanism will speak according to the L1 sound that you already have in your brains. So the L1 sound must be covered with a lot of the L2 sounds, in which case you've got to listen. If you want to be really good English teachers, especially if they want you to hear the sound, you practice this. But you have to have a lot of input of sounds. Okay, let's practice. All right, let's take a break.
And break.
You understand? One more time, one more. How about this? I'm watching a movie. Right, native English speakers, they speak fast. So here, the entire one can be one thought group. Job.
I'm watching a movie.
Right, I'm watching. The entire sentence becomes one thought group. And where's the focus word? Watching. Where's the stress in watching? Okay, for those who are trying to speak English and may have some regional sound, sometimes they don't know the stress. I'm watching, or I'm watching. But actually, the stress in this focus word is here. Okay? If this is the stress, you pick it. I'm watching a movie. Louder. I'm watching a movie. Longer. I'm watching a movie. And the best exercise is to get a rubber band. I'm watching a movie. I'm eating a hamburger and fries. I'm eating a hamburger and fries. I'm going home. Okay, look at this. Let's read. Everybody, hold your hand together. It's like your rubber band. Okay. How do you say a heart of gold? Which is the emphasis there? Which is the focus word? A heart of gold. Right, a heart of gold. Because this is the word partner. A heart of gold. Down to almost 0%. All the other syllables, almost 0%. Okay, ready? Heart of gold. Next, Orange County. Where? Orange County.
Orange County.
Next, Victor Bacelis.
Victor.
Next, California. Grew up in Mexico. Make that a little faster. Victor Bacelis is a Californian who grew up in Mexico. All right, who wants to try it? Remember, the other syllables, over here, this was my, yes, just the first paragraph. Okay, let's listen again and go. According to this, all right, the thought groups in higher, louder, longer. Remember the peak sound? Orange County.
Orange County, California, USA. Victor Bacelis is a California immigrant who grew up in a poor village in Mexico. He is used to working hard. He works more than 90 hours a week at 3 different jobs, including McDonald's. He is saving up to buy a house.
Okay, now, middle schoolers, if you're going to... I'm a California immigrant who grew up in a poor village in Mexico. I am used to working hard. I work more than 90 hours a week at 3 different jobs, including McDonald's. I'm saving up to buy a house. Now, why am I encouraging this kind of conversation? First, you're reading. Now, we're going to do that later after a break.
Yeah.
Okay, the practice will be how we normally talk. It's first person. And the more you practice your students like that, the more they're going to learn how to have a conversation using the positive speech. Okay? All right, we're going to do that after a break. What time is it?
2:30.
Almost 3?
Yeah, almost 3.
Oh, 2:30 it? Let's have a 5-minute break only.
Yeah.
There's only one syllable. Okay? One. Now, how do you repeat the one? Higher, louder, longer. One. Okay, the day is unstressed. We call that unstressed. So you sound it 20%. One day. Okay, say it again.
One day.
Okay, good.
It shows na mga sintonado na one day pa rin.
Right. Now you have to speak that naturally.
It can sing well eh. That's
When you're talking
why.
to students, one day. One
Sir,
day.
paano pag sintonado? Kasi talagang mahirap eh.
There is no syntonality here. It's just raising it higher, the pitch.
You're not singing.
One day. You're not saying one day. There's no sound there. There's no tune. I'm a little speaker.
One day. Oh.
One day.
One day.
One day.
One day.
High pitch. One day. All right. Okay.
One day.
Read the sentence.
In that level.
One day.
One day. Well,
Oh, still sound. See?
one day.
According to this book, the real challenge is in unstressing the other
One
syllables. That's why the practice is total zero for the other sound. One,
One.
Ah, okay.
because you are really practiced to lessen the sound. Okay, you have it. You're gonna hold it.
One
One.
day.
Next. What's the thought group? How many thought groups here? One day, while Victor is cleaning the floor at McDonald's, he finds an envelope and picks it up. Oh, look at that. It's how many thought groups there? Okay, make a guess. I'm going to read it. One day, while Victor is cleaning the floor at McDonald's, he finds an envelope and picks it up. How many thought groups? 4. One day, while Victor is cleaning the floor at McDonald's, he finds an envelope and picks it up. Okay, number, I told you, right? You can practice with the I. But practice as the naturally in the past tense. How do you tell a story in the past? You use the past tense. Okay. That's okay. Look. One day, while I was cleaning McDonald's, I found an envelope and picked it up. The more you talk with the I and in the past, that's how you tell stories. And it's going to encourage you also to talk and speak conversationally. One day, I'm telling, okay? For example, I'm giving what's the best day of your life? Let's role play. What's the most unforgettable experience you've ever had?
Well, Victor is listening the floor
One
at
day,
McDonald's.
I was cleaning the floor of McDonald's where I was working. I found an